Welcome to Montessori Education.
మాంటిసోరీ ఇంగ్లీష్ మీడియం స్కూల్ అడ్మిషన్లు జరుగుచున్నవి. మాంటిసోరీ ఇంగ్లీష్ మీడియం స్కూల్, బుర్రిపాలెం రోడ్, తెనాలి. ఫోన్ 08644227115.
Hello, welcome to video 12 10th class maths applications of trigonometry. In the previous chapter we learned about trigonometry and now we are going to apply the concepts, how it is useful in your daily life. Okay, just we'll hear in social studies you got the height of the Mount Everest is this much and the height of the building is so and so height. How can we find these heights? Is it really possible to take a tape and measure? No, because suppose Everest is not straight. So how can we find? Then in such a cases, we use the trigonometry applications. You all know that trigonometry is based on right angle triangle and Pythagoras theorem. For example, in Adilabad we have one waterfall, Kuntala waterfall. In Telangana, it is the largest waterfall and its height is 147 feet. So how do we find all this? See, for example, if you want to observe a tower, suppose you are observing from here, one girl is standing here and she is observing the tower, top of the tower she is observing. Then we can see that enjoy, this is the top of the tree, or coconut tree or tower or whatever tree. So top of the tower she is observing and she has better to imagine a horizontal line. This is called horizontal line. Horizontal line. Horizontal line. And this the eye of the observer to top of the tower, if you imagine a line, that is called line of sight. Line of sight. And this is the horizontal line and this is the tower. Now see, if you see, we can form a right angle triangle, and here for convenience we have to imagine that all these things are linear. Whether it is a building or mountain or tree, definitely they are not linear. They have a different shape, zigzag shapes. But for the sake of the convenience, you have to imagine that they are linear. So now according to right angle triangle, see the angle between the horizontal line and line of sight is called angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. Because the angle is above the horizontal line. She is seeing at the top. Then we can say the angle of elevation. In second example, for example, a girl is standing on a building. A girl is standing on a building. Here one rose plant is there. Rose plant. And she is seeing from here to rose plant. Isn't it? So now she, from the top building to, she is looking down. From the top of the building to, she is looking down near the rose plant. For example, here, we draw a horizontal line like this. Now the line of sight, this is line of sight, and this is horizontal line. This is called angle of depression. Angle of depression. Angle of depression. So, and if you draw base also, if you join, then automatically this angle also will be equal because these two lines are parallel and this is transversal. Then according to alternate angles property, and those two angles are also equal. So here we have to remember 2 points. One is the line of sight, horizontal line, line of sight. If it is above the horizontal line, angle of elevation, and if it is below the horizontal line, call it as angle of depression. Here in all these sums we have to imagine the situation, the building, the observer, all this. So this is the basic you have to remember. And based on these, main trigonometry is applied, used by surveyors. Trigonometry has been used by surveyors from the ancient period also. Even in 1852, Britishers used one instrument called theodolite. Theodolite, and which is an instrument used to measure the angle of elevation and depression. And if you want, you can search in net and you can see the pictures and the uses also. Better to note down what is the theodolite and what are its uses. Do some research on this. And even for finding the height of the Mount Everest, they used 6 places. And they used 6 places using these theodolites. They built 2 theodolites to find the height of the Mount Everest. And averagely they have seen the 6 places too. They have find the height of the Mount Everest. So this happened in British period only. So now basing on these uses you find, and the next we go. To do these sums we have to remember 3 points. What are they? First of all the objects should be considered as linear. Second one, the height of the observer. Suppose I told one girl is standing here. Of course the girl has some height, but it should be treated as neglected if it is not given in the sum. So for example, you have to see that she is standing here, that's all. No need to count this 2 meters or 5 meters. And the next, angle of elevation or depression should be calculated basing on the horizontal line. So these 3 points if you keep in mind, then automatically we can do the sums. And here all we have to imagine the picture, then only we can do the sum easily. Ready? First of all we have to analyze the sum, read the sum twice. After that we have to draw a picture. The picture is main important. The diagram is main important to solve the sum. For example, if you open page number 294. Page number 294. Applications of trigonometry. Applications of trigonometry. Chapter 12. In example 295 also. See the example. You can see, you can understand easily. A boy observed the top of an electric pole at an angle of elevation of 60 degrees when the observer is 8 meters away from the foot of the pole. Then find the height of the pole. Just what did they say? A boy is at a pole. Just you have to draw a pole. Then a boy is here. He is observed. He is how much distance for 8 meters away from the pole. So here the observer, then away from the pole, 8 meters. Then the angle of elevation is given as, elevation means the boy is observing here to top of the pole. So it is elevation 60 degrees. Now find the height of the pole. So h is how much. For this what we have, this is the way to draw the diagram. Of course whether it is tower or tree, you draw a line only. So diagram is very very important. So then you can, this is the diagram. Simply you can mark A, O, P, whatever you can do. And clear both values. By saying this you can understand angle opposite to the 60 degrees is called opposite side and adjacent side. Suppose if you want to find opposite side, opposite by adjacent is called tan. So we have to find tan theta to find solve this sum. In the same way, example 2. A rinky observes a flower on the ground from balcony of first floor with an angle of depression of beta. Alpha, beta, these are all Greek letters. Beta. Then how to draw the diagram? See the diagram is like this. So this is the balcony of the first floor of a building. So and length of the first floor is x meters. This is the ground base and this is the building. It is x meters. And draw the diagram. Just they ask to draw the diagram. Depression from here to seeing the flower. So if you draw the horizontal line, this is beta actually. And this is beta, and automatically this also beta. So this is angle of depression. So now glass, you can name anything. P, Q, R. So what is QR? Height of the building. What is PQ? Distance from this point, flower pot to this building. This. So whatever they ask, that girl is observing from here now. So what you have to read the sum, try to draw the picture very effective. Then we can do the sum. Now shall we go to the exercise? Now basing on this, we will do the exercise sums. Now we will go to exercise. This is just drawing the picture. Now see ma, page number. Same you can go through example 4 and 5 also. Now exercise 12.1. Page number 298. Page number 298. Now here we have to keep that, take the textbook and read the sum twice. See how I am reading. Read well, then only you can understand. A tower stands vertically on the ground from a point 50 meters away from the foot of the tower. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 45 degrees. Then what is the height of the tower? As we done before, building. Now in the place of the building they give tower, same as it is. Now I am drawing a tower. Shall I take it as AB? AB is the tower. A tower stands vertical on the ground from a point which is 15 meters away from the, this is the foot of the tower and the base. Here to 15 meters, if you think an observer, the angle of elevation is 45 degrees. Top of the tower, then, so this is 45 degrees. And what is the height of the tower? Height of the tower means this. Or simply you can find AB. Now this is the information they give. Now how to do this? Here you can write first some solution. I am not writing the question because it is very lengthy. So now just you see what is given here. Let AB be the tower. Let AB be the tower. Side is H. And here I want to see. Then this is 90 degrees. Now AC distance of the observer from the foot of the tower. Now from triangle BAC, from triangle BAC, I want opposite side. These two opposite. Take tan. Now I am taking tan because I want opposite adjacent. I have. According to the information, you have to change the ratio. Suppose opposite and hypotenuse is given, then you have to take sine. Adjacent and hypotenuse is given, you have to take cos. But here opposite and adjacent is relation, then you have to go for tan. That you have to keep in mind, then automatically you will get the sum. Now from here, tan 45 is equal to opposite by adjacent. Now say what is opposite of 45 degrees? AB. I am taking it as H. What is adjacent? AC. That is 15 meters. I know that tan 45 is but how much? 1. In table, in exercise 7.2 we got one table. Tan 30, tan 45, tan 60, tan 90 like this. So once again you recall those table values. Then 1 is equal to H by 15. Then if you multiply, cross multiply, H is equal to 15 meters. Therefore, height of the tower is equal to 15 meters. Easy or not? See, this is very easy if you just analyze the sum. Tower is given. That height you have to find. They give the distance between foot of the tower to the observer and angle of elevation is given. So why I give tan? Because opposite and adjacent relation. So now you basing on this you try example 4 and 5. Today's homework is do example 4,5 in page 297 and work out on theoretical height also. So thank you. This is today's class.